Some strange story I read just now on YouTube.
You read a strange story on YouTube?
You know, in Kansas City.
Yes.
They want to hear it?
Well, they're not here yet. They will be. There's Rev right there. Is your buddy Revlin.
How you doing, Rev? How is Norway?
Where does Rev live? Joe?
Yeah.
Where does Rev live?
Norway.
He lives in Florida.
Florida.
Hi, Sammy.
How you doing, Florida?
Hi, Alvin. Hi, Miguel. Emwall's on the run. I caught Emwall on the run. Paul Greenwell. Happy belated birthday, Paul Greenwell. Phil Clements from across the pond. What's the deal, son? How you living? Iowa Oaks. That's our rover reporter when it comes to sports. All things sports related. Listen, today I called Joe because I have a big party today. I got a big party after this. I said, hey, Joe, it's raining out. He said, no, we will do it at his bachelor pad. This is Joe's bachelor pad. So we're going to do the news today from here. And then, guys, after this, I'm going to Hard Rock. And guess what, Joe? Guess what Hard Rock party is today, Joe? You know, we have a lot of big concerts there. We have big parties there. We have
good food,
celebrity food, ladies. Hi, Rob H. Hi, RJ. Hi, Phil. Today it's 400 people, but I Googled it. It's a dog party, Joe. It's for a dog adoption. There's going to be hundreds of dogs on hand. There's going to be puppy adoption. There's going to be all kinds of cool things. So I will be bringing that to you. That's what I do. I bring it to you. The thing keeps trying to, I don't know, I'm not even moving and the thing's moving. There we go. So after this, we will head over to Hard Rock, and I'm going to take you. If you like puppies, today's the place to be. It's going to be a puppy extravaganza, Joe. By the way, Joe, why did you put your mask on? Show the ladies how good you look. Joe shaved.
How is everybody around?
Joe shaved his beard. He shaved his head. Did you cut your hair yourself, Joe?
No, I go to the Chinese guy.
The Chinese guy.
When I go Chinatown, I have one place where I go all the time.
How much does he charge you?
$15.
$15. All right. Well,
You
got your money's worth, Joe. You look very handsome.
1, 2, 3, he cut it
Hi,
off.
Tunisia.
How is your hair, Tunisia?
How's your haircut, Tunisia? Joe just blurts out whatever's on Joe's mind. Tunisia, I'm leaving here. I'm going to the Hard Rock Hotel, and it's a puppy extravaganza. It's going to be a big puppy thing, so I think it'll be pretty cool. Let's start the news. Boom. Guys, I've talked about this. I don't like Donald Trump. That doesn't mean I don't like people who do. My sister's a Trumper. Both my brothers are Trumpers. I have absolutely no problem with anyone who likes Donald Trump. So please, if ever I call him a creep or something, that's not a reflection on someone who does like him. All right? Joe doesn't like me to do the politics, and I'm gonna wean my way out. So I don't just bring up Trump. He's on the front page of the paper. Joe, he's the one who announced that he was going to get arrested last week. He did not get arrested on Tuesday like he said he would. They were like, well, why would he say that? The district attorney never said he would. His lawyers never said he would. He just said it. Well, he is obsessed with being handcuffed and being walked out of a precinct because of, what do you think it is, guys? Why do you think he wants to get cuffed so bad? He wants to get cuffed, Joe, because it's a great way to raise money. When he said, I'll be arrested on Tuesday, he raised like $6 million. So he is going to go to that well as much as possible. I'm surprised he doesn't show up. By the way, his first big rally is going to be in Waco, Texas. That's where I'm from, Waco. Trump wants to be shackled for trial spectacle. He's raising money off of this case, and the indictment might be falling apart. I don't want to see anybody go to jail. I wouldn't be happy if the guy goes to jail, Joe. I don't want people to go to jail.
This is embarrassment around the world.
Well, Joe, if you commit a crime, you go to jail. I don't care if you're the postmaster general, the dog catcher, or the ex-president. Or there's a rule on the books that the current president cannot be jailed. Can't be. But ex-presidents can. Senators, congressmen, mayors, all the time. Ex-presidents should be as well. I'm not going to get into Gisele Bündchen. I'm not interested. I don't need her phone number. If anybody has her number, give it to someone else. I don't want it. But there's Gisele Bündchen. That's Tom Brady's ex. Though it's hard to see in here. Your light is a little different. Trump wants the perp walk if he's charged. Donald Trump wants the perp walk. He is hoping for the perp walk because he will raise tens of millions of dollars off of it. Let's see. I'm not gonna do that. Cage-free roosters plucked off the streets. Look at this, Joe. It's a bunch of roosters. Where do you think? What borough do you think these roosters are in, Joe?
What happened to them?
We're gonna find out.
They run away from this.
It's a cop-a-doodle-doo. Cop-a-doodle-doo. I'm gonna say it's the Bronx. I don't know why I think it's the Bronx, but. He ran afoul of the law. A feisty all-white rooster ruffled a lot of feathers Wednesday in Lower Manhattan, Joe. You don't see a lot of roosters running around Lower Manhattan. I think it's great. They caught him, and hopefully something good will come of it. Hey, Joe, this is sad. The first transgender flight attendant that was featured on a commercial for, I think it was American Airlines. She went viral. I don't think it's American. It's an airline. She took her own life yesterday. She went on TikTok or some of her social medias, and she said, by the time you read this, I'll have taken my life. I apologize to anyone that I'm hurting with this act. It's United. Thank you, Iowa Oak. You're right. It is United. This is not a reflection of the people I love or the people in my life. Please don't be angry at me. But I just can't go on. I'm sorry if I failed you. And it was just horrible reading it. I was going to screenshot it and read it to you guys, but I can't get through it. It's so emotional. And by the time they got to her home, she had kept her word and took her own life. She said she was struggling mentally. And all right, Joe. It's an ode to DNA. A new study, I don't care. Fisherman's hell of a catch. And it's spelled cash. C-A-C-H-E. That usually means money or some kind of treasure. A fisherman out in Jamaica Bay Wednesday spotted an unlikely catch. A bag of rifles that he later reported to the police. Somebody had a bunch of rifles they threw out in the water, and you know what that means. Those were used in a crime. The 44-year-old man discovered 3 rifles inside of a plastic bag. I guess the thief is too stupid to put holes in his plastic bag. Anyways, he caught a bag full of guns. Just in case anyone knows or wants to know, I'm going like this because it's Joe has a very light in here, and it's very hard for me to see. I can't really read the paper. Dick Van Dyke. Joe, you like Dick Van Dyke? Joe's like, who the hell's Dick Van Dyke? 97 years old, Joe. He's still driving, unfortunately for some people. Dick Van Dyke, well, he got into an accident in Malibu. It was a single car accident. He crashed into something. Dick Van Dyke was hurt after crashing his car into a gate the other day. Legendary TV film actor, 97, Joe. He's as old as you. Was driving his Lexus LS 500 in Malibu when the weather made him crash into something. I don't know. He's okay. He refused to take a ride in the ambulance. If you don't know who Dick Van Dyke is, he was phenomenal in the Dick Van Dyke Show, but he was also in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He was in, what's the one with the lady with the umbrella? The spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Someone help me out. Medicine. You know that song, Joe?
Yes.
No one in the chat seems to know it.
You know, I heard very
Mary
bad,
Poppins.
I heard very bad news when I was looking at my television.
What did you hear, Joe? This is a Jordan Joe.
A crash killed 6 highway workers.
Oh my God!
And I think in Baltimore.
in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's happened about 2 hours ago.
Well, it's not going to be in today's paper, but when I read it to you tomorrow, it will be a Jordan Joe exclusive.
It's very...
a highway crash killed a bunch of
those
highway workers with the yellow vest or the orange vest. That's a very dangerous job, Joe. Very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
One time, me and my friend were driving on my motorcycle. We were at work. We went to a lunch break. Probably went out to back in the day. Who knows what we were doing? But we were riding back to work, and this old lady in a car in front of us, big 4-door sedan, right off the damn freeway. I hit a ramp. I'm off my game today. Rev's off his game today. So we went back and told the boss, we're late. We had an old lady wreck her car. He didn't believe us. Court spectacle, Gwyneth Paltrow, Joe. Gwyneth Paltrow is a very, very wealthy woman. She has a $1 billion company called Goop, G-O-O-P. They sell everything. She's a very shrewd businesswoman. She's also a movie star. But Gwyneth Paltrow was on a skiing accident. And the guy says she hit him. She says he hit her. The man is saying he was knocked out and he can't get it up anymore and he's got brain trauma. And because she's very wealthy, he wants to sue her. And I don't blame him. You're going to want to sue anytime. He says he has brain damage from the thing. He said he was knocked out. She said he was sitting right there when I left. He was perfectly fine. So, okay. Ron's heart is with the people of the Ukraine. Sorry. I actually like this. If it's true, Ron DeSantis has slammed delusional despot Vladimir Putin as a war criminal. I think all of our leaders, Republican and Democrats, should step up and call him out for what he is. Unfortunately, a huge chunk of the GOP says it's not our war. Who cares about those people? Quit sending them money. I believe it is up to us to help if we can. What else we got, Joe? Murdaugh's son, long-eyed and road death, Joe. We talked about this. Murdaugh's the guy who killed his son and his wife. Well, the other son, Buster. Sound like a buster. Buster. Murdaugh's son is eyed in the death of Stephen, I think his name was Stephen Smith. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. And I can't see shit on here. Stephen Smith. He was a young gay man, and they think that maybe they were together as a couple. And he ended up killing him so he wouldn't tell. 2 dead in a California cyclone, Joe. What's a cyclone?
Cyclone is... what is that?
Joe's always going to give it a good college try. It's, what is it? A cyclone's like a tornado.
A hurricane.
It's like a hurricane. Joe got it. It took him a while. It took him a while to get there.
They call it in many names, like Joe and Robert and this. And
yeah, we all have different
all
names.
the same cause and the same...
Well, this one's tough, Joe, because 2 people killed in moving vehicles. They were in moving vehicles. Were killed when a bomb cyclone slammed into California on Tuesday, bringing destructive winds, gusts, and heavy rain. A van driver was killed by a falling tree. Those trees will get you, bro. Those trees will get you. One time, it was on my Facebook, on my YouTube, when I first started YouTube. I walked down my block one night, and there was like 25 trees, all broken down. Crazy.
Breaking news.
I got breaking news. Joe's reading my little things that come up, breaking news. Mitch McConnell, I am not a fan, but as a person and as a Christian, I hope he makes a full and speedy recovery. Fell down, hurt his ribs, and broke his nose or something. I hope he's okay. Here's something. I think I might have a lawsuit on my hands. Good news if you walk and talk. That's a Boogie Bob exclusive. I do the walking and talking around here, Joe. It's a walk and talk. That's my thing. But the Post says it's good news if you walk and talk. If you can't walk the walk, you may be suffering from declining brain health, says a study. The ability to juggle both tasks walking and talking drops off earlier than thought by the age 55. That's why you're tripping around inside the thing over there, Joe. It says by 55. That's 10 years ago for you. In the middle age, I guess I'm middle aged now. By the way, every day on Instagram, when I leave a comment on someone's thing, some guy comments back, goes, "Shut up, old man." Then I talk about his mama and his dick size, and I got more money than you, your girl likes me, all that stuff. Shut up, old man, they tell me. Anyways, Harvard Medical School says if you can't walk and talk at the same time, it might be because of your age. Hero cops.
You gotta watch your steps.
Look at this.
Crossing this.
Look at this. That arrow right there shows.
What happened to this guy? There
he is.
He committed suicide? Or?
They saved him. The cops, hero cops, now a con man on the 31st floor. The window was broken out. He was just kind of sitting there like he's getting ready to jump. I think he broke out the window. NYC Highwise drama. Dangle wrangle.
Yeah.
I once had a dangle wrangle.
That's scary to be.
Joe, have you ever had a dangle wrangle?
What is that?
I don't know. A suave New York City con man held a roughly 8-hour standoff with police after threatening to jump from a 31st floor of a window in Manhattan skyscraper Wednesday as the FBI tried to serve a search warrant. Ian Mitchell. He's a con man. He's obviously a pretty good one if the FBI's involved. He allegedly once posed as a scion of wealthy Jamaican family, broke the window in an apartment in the 72-story city spire on West 56. It's right by Central Park. I've been there many times. And he tried to climb out. So the cops served a search warrant, Joe. Now, Joe, if cops serve a search warrant here, you got a window there and there's a window there, I can probably get out of this bitch somehow. But when you're on the 31st floor, bro, you break the damn window and you're like, where are you going to go? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Where are you going to go?
You're going to go to hell.
You're going to go to hell. You're going to go straight to the concrete.
Yeah.
You're not going to survive a 31 floor drop, Joe. Video from the scene showed Mitchell with his legs dangling as people stood below watching and filming. And hopefully nobody was yelling, "Jump, jump." There he is, just kind of sitting on the window ledge.
Did he change his mind after?
The cops came and got him. The standoff finally ended around 5 p.m. after 8 hours, Joe, when the NYPD Emergency Service Unit officers scaled the skyscraper facade and climbed into his condo. Cops had to climb down on ropes. What they'll usually do is they'll get a window up here above them and just drop down. I'm glad he's okay, Joe. What do you think?
Of course. His family will be happy.
I agree. One of Jack was hundreds of days ago, looking to cash and burn hoaxers. Let's see. Heavenly Bible price. A Heavenly Bible price, Joe. What do you think this Bible went for? You got a guess? Let me read you what it is and you tell me what you think it went for. One of the oldest surviving biblical manuscripts, nearly complete 1,100-year-old Hebrew Bible, could be yours, Joe. How much do you think that Bible will cost you, Joe?
That will sell for tens of millions of dollars.
Give me a guess. Don't just...
10 million?
That's a good guess. Anybody else guessing? Nan said $500. Ambrose says $50. Gonna buy a 1,100-year-old oldest Bible, surviving Bible. Remember, there was a whole bunch of Bibles and books and stuff that were burnt over the years. Every time there was a war, someone conquered and destroyed everything. This thing's going to go from $30 to $50 million, Joe.
I believe you.
That's at Sotheby's. The Codex
Who is going to buy it?
a leather-bound, handwritten, Joe, on parchment is set to go on the auction block at Sotheby's in May. Its anticipated sale speaks to the still bullish marker of art, antiquities, and blah, blah, blah. Joe, I got a Bible I'll sell you for $40 right now. You in or out?
You got a new Bible, that's all you need.
Guys, if you ever stay in a hotel, you can steal Bibles from the
hotel. Okay.
What are you going to do? Steal? Why would you steal a Bible? That's crazy. Let's see. Savage, blah, blah, blah. Putin and Z Powell. I do know, Joe, if anybody has her number, it's important that I talk to her immediately. It's just a personal endeavor. Her name is... I can't read none of this, Joe.
Hi, Deborah.
It's like pitch black in here. Hi, Deborah. Who's Deborah, Joe?
That's what's her name, she told me.
I didn't say it. How did I say it? I didn't say it. I don't know her name. I gotta be at work at 4:30, Joe. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of puppy dogs. Why you didn't answer, Joe?
Baloney. Now,
baloney. It's baloney.
If it is not from a family, I don't know who else.
Maybe somebody's calling you to give you money.
To collect,
They're calling to give you money. It's a 917 number, Joe.
They collect the debt, not the...
Hey, Joe, 900 pounds of fentanyl was seized. That's enough to kill every human being in America. 900 pounds. I made that other part up, but let's see if it is. They'll say something like that. They always say how much that is. The Department of Homeland Security seized 900 pounds of fentanyl on the southern border in the first week of its new crackdown on the deadly synthetic opioid. The seizure was one of the largest made in a single week recently by Customs and Border Patrols. 700 pounds of methamphetamines and more than 100 pounds of cocaine were also seized. The operation deployed extra canine units. Those canines, they gotta be careful. Canine walks up and smells death. It happened, Joe. It finally happened. Now, Joe, I know you're a big rap fan. You're a very big rap fan. And one of your favorites is Tekashi 69. Tekashi 69 is a young kid from the Bronx. Brooklyn. He also lived in the Bronx, but I think he claimed Brooklyn. Worked at a bodega for a long time. Actually is a very talented artist. Has some pretty good songs. He decided that if he aligned with the Bloods gang from New York, that he could sell more records and have great videos wearing the red rags. And he ended up with Treyway, that's a gang. Well, he became very, very wealthy. And Joe, for those gang members to continue to hang out with you, you got to pay them. They want a cut. Billy from Treyway, the leader of Treyway, was his manager, and this, that, and the other. And you roll deep. Nobody's messing with you. The problem is he started committing crimes with these guys, Joe. And the RICO Act is when the cops will get you for conspiracy with other criminals. And that's how they got rid of the mob. With John Gotti, they would get all his crew members and say, you're all guilty, RICO. So with him, he was looking at 30 or 40 years in prison. But he decided to do the one thing that you just can't do in the rap game or in the gang. He snitched. He got a year and a half and he got out. And about 45 gang members went to prison. Well, he's running around worth tens of millions of dollars. You never see him without $1 million cash. He also has security everywhere he goes, except yesterday. Day before yesterday. He was in Florida, where I think he lives now. He went into an LA Fitness gym, and 3 guys ascended upon him and beat the holy shit out of him, Joe. They beat the crap out of him. He took a real beating. He's still in the hospital. They stomped him, they kicked him, they punched him. Here he is. Those are tattoos. That's not blood. Look at his tattoos, Joe. There is some blood there, some stitches. He got kicked, he got stomped, he got his ribs broke. He could have been killed. They let him go. Of course, they were all on film. He took a real beating, and I not a fan, but I certainly don't want anyone to get beat like that. I'm not happy about it. A ship tips over on dockside, Joe. You ever seen a big ship tip over? It's horrible. A massive ship owned by the estate of Microsoft. Paul Allen, the owner of Microsoft, one of them. Paul Allen, one of the founders, along with Bill Gates. Fell over Wednesday from winds in the Scottish dry docks, sending 15 people, such a big boat, 15 people were seriously injured. 25 people were injured when the 250-foot ship, 250 foot, Joe, it's almost the size of a football field. That's a big ass boat. It was in dry dock and it tipped over because of the winds. All right. Doesn't say how much it cost. Usually it would. It was more than $1,000 for that boat, I'm sure. Doctor. Joe, it's hard to become a doctor. You got to go to school for 8 years. You got to go to college. You got to get degrees.
Be smart, yes.
Well, this one's not very smart, Joe. Became a doctor and started sexting. Sexted. I think that's sex.
Having sex with
texting sex. He's not physically, he's just kind of texting. Still not cool. Underage girls. A Pennsylvania pediatrician sent sexually explicit messages to an underage girl in New Jersey after meeting her on social media. This guy's a moron. Dr. Moshe Markowitz, 47, of Allentown, found the high school student on the chat site Omegle, stay off of there, guys, and began discussing oral sex and other explicit acts with her. In December, late December, back in '63, what a very special time for me. I remember what a night. Have fun in prison. And you lost I'm sure you had a wife and kids. You're in your business.
He can lose his license.
And also on the chat app Discord, using the alias, prosecutor said, using an alias. Investigation was launched in January after a student at the Warren High School notified the school resource officer that her friend was in a inappropriate relationship. So the girl didn't tell. Her friend told. And good for her friend.
Snitcher.
Good for her friend for snitching, Joe.
Yeah.
Police raided Markowitz's home last week and seized a cell phone, electronics, which revealed graphic sexual charged conversations. The doctor who allegedly used the alias Stephen Jones. That's your alias, Stephen Jones? Douche. Was arrested on charges of engaging in conduct that would impair or debauch the morals of a child. Have fun in county jail, my friend. You're going to get sold for a pack of smokes. All right. There's a bunch of stories I don't want to cover. We've done enough death today, haven't we, Joe? Congratulations. Trendy just in for example. Not Johnson. Lots of fancy. What do you think of that story, Joe? Sometimes Joe's not even listening. Joe has no idea what the hell I'm talking about right now.
Don't give me anything.
Joe don't know what the heck I'm talking about. 2 adults shot at Colorado High School. We talked about this yesterday, RJ. God bless you and your whole community. 2 people were shot at a Denver high school on Wednesday, and the campus was placed on lockdown. Now, last night I heard, this is like 4 in the morning, that the police had found the body of the culprit, the youngster, dead, probably from self-inflicted gunshot wounds. The Denver police is responding to a shooting at East High School, cops said on Twitter around 10 a.m. Unknown number of victims. Look, I covered it yesterday and told you there was 2 victims. How did you not, a whole day later, not know? Post. Two deans, 2 teachers were shot. Both were alive as of last night. There was a student. Anyways, they found a young body last night in the woods near his car. They're pretty sure it's him. So I will have more information on that tomorrow. Yes. Okay, boy. Here we go. Kin want answers after deadly accident. Eatery Scion, Madison Square Garden plunge. The son of a once prominent Big Apple, that's New York, restaurateur, died in a freak fall at Madison Square Garden after a Ranger game. That's horrible, Joe. Horrible. Ernest Vogliano was riding an escalator railing inside the world's most famous arena when he plummeted 2 of the 3 floors to his death. You got to be very careful on those escalators. Don't sit on the handle. Don't sit on the railing. Just stand there. Don't sit on the damn floor. I went to Vegas one time with a friend. His son would sit on the damn escalators. Joe, sit on the floor of the escalators. I said, your son's going to get his balls ripped off. Have him stand up on them escalators. Respect the escalator. His death was ruled an accident. His family and officials said, you imagine he goes to a Ranger game and doesn't come home.
They're going to sue now.
Well,
sue who?
Yeah. Well, the Port Authority.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyways, I just feel really bad. Iran bomb payout. 10-foot gator stalks a town, Joe. A 10-foot gator stalks a town. Where do you think the town is, Joe?
Miami, huh?
Well, let's see. It's Florida. Let's see. Well, I think it's probably going to be Florida. It'd be crazy if it was Texas. Jaw-dropping video captured a ginormous, is that a word? Ginormous? Alligator sauntering through an upscale Florida community to the horror of residents. Wink.
Looking for dogs.
He's looking for his dogs. I saw a video last night of a bald eagle carrying someone's dog away. It was the most sickening thing in the world. Just watching that poor dog.
Yes, I saw that video.
That's horrible, Joe. Horrible. I want to find the bald eagle and punch him in the face.
Well, the animals are hungry because there is no space for animals anymore. You took, you and your people took all over
what
the
do you mean, me and my
countryside.
people? How am I?
You came from
Ireland.
You came from Britain.
I came from California. I never been to Britain in my
You
life.
took all land.
I took the land. All right. Joe's deep-seated hatred towards the white man.
Your ancestors, I mean.
I probably did. I don't like any of that. I hate slavery. I hate any kind of bullying. This guy gives John Wick Chapter 4 3.5 stars. That's pretty good. Of course, the violence in the John Wick movie is just outrageous. It's just horrible. Violence in the John Wick movie is, if you like violence, you come to the right place. Man kills a soldier, 3 kids, and then himself, Joe. Where do you think that happened at?
Where is that?
Well, a former soldier fatally shot 3 sleeping children in South Carolina before turning the gun on himself Tuesday night. Charles Slacks Jr., 42, also shot and killed another soldier, 38, who worked with his ex-wife during the disturbing murder. Killed 3 children while they were sleeping. There's a special spot in hell. Guys, hell's real. I'm convinced hell's real. I've been there a few times. Not good.
There's a new movie. Did you watch the new movie?
What movie, Joe?
Kubrick. What is that, the new movie?
I need an interpreter. Right away. New movie called Kubrick by Kubrick?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? I need someone who speaks Joe to get on here right away. Joe, you ready?
For what? Okay,
I brought ham sandwiches, Joe. I know you're a big fan of pork.
No, we don't eat
I brought
pork.
you pork sandwiches, Joe.
No.
So you don't want this bacon sandwich wrapped in pork juice?
No, I am today start Ramadan.
Today is Ramadan?
Yeah.
Are you making that up or are you telling the truth?
No.
Joe lies a lot. I have trouble keeping up.
No.
Happy Ramadan, my friend.
Happy holiday.
Happy holiday. Joe calls me up today and says, "How was your vacation?" I said, "Joe, I saw you yesterday. What vacation?" I came home and I did payroll for 11 hours. How the hell's that a vacation? Joe, you ready for the Wheel of Steel?
Just, we can't see well
We're
because
only
of the
doing
light.
three. We're only doing three. And the first one on the wheel, who knows? It is Cancer, Joe. Cancer. Next on the wheel, you got to circle him, Joe. It's Cancer.
I don't have a pen.
Oh my God, this guy. Joe will be the death of
I
me.
have a pen, but I didn't put it on the table. I give it back to you right
You give it back. I want that back. All right. And where she stops, nobody knows. By the way, we're giving out iPads. If it says iPad, it stops on iPad. Capricorn, Joe.
Okay.
Cancer and Capricorn. Is there another one with a C? That would be great. Let's see. Capricorn, Cancer. No, only two C's. You guys pick a color. Pick a color. I want to mentally think. Let's see. There's two blues. There's three yellows. There's two blues, two greens, two oranges, two pinks, but three yellows. Because there's 12. All right, pick a color. Anybody pick a color. Let's see what we got. Tom Slimmer's in the house. Tom Slimmer's going to be right. I don't know what the hell is. It's the Wheel of Joe. It's usually wrong. It is Gemini. That's all she wrote, folks.
How are you?
How are you, Gemini? By the way, only this show, anybody who's a Gemini, all you have to do is send in a picture of your ID card. Joe's going to send you $50. That's very nice of you, Joe.
We have a Cancer on this.
Joe ain't giving you nothing.
All right. Pluto's move into the Pluto's is going to move into the area of your chart.
Who is going to move into
Pluto.
Oh, Pluto.
You don't know what Pluto is?
Oh,
Who is the discoverer of Pluto?
Larry Pluto discovered Pluto back in 1947.
He did? I forgot. We had it last week, I think.
Pluto.
Yeah. Pluto's move into the area of your chart that governs property and investment suggests there will be some big upheavals over the next few weeks. Remind yourself often that being rich is not all about material wealth. Spiritual and emotional wealth matters more.
That's sign language.
It is true.
I said, I don't know what the hell Joe's talking about. Did you ever see the video?
Money is not everything.
Money is not everything. You guys ever see the video of the lady who went up to a police? It was a police, it was really funny. It was a police conference. They were talking about some crime that happened. And the detective is like, well, I got to tell you that all of our students, and then she's over there doing this, and turns out she wasn't doing anything. She was just doing this. She don't know nothing. I don't even know how to do the fake sign language. She's going,
Capricorn. Anything of a business or financial nature should go well for you now.
Ooh, I like it.
So follow your hunches and be ready to invest in a project you believe can make your fortune. It is not all about money, of course.
You just said that.
But good things rarely come cheap.
That's a fact. By the way, Joe and I are going to be starting a new meth lab. If you guys want to get methamphetamines, Joe and I can make this happen. We'll get you better deal than anywhere else you're going to get it. Right here. Methamphetamines from Joe. That was stupid.
Gemini.
Gemini gang. Stand up, Geminis.
Something you started around the turn of the year has yet to be finished, and you must now get it done and dust it so you can move on to the bigger things. Get other people to help whenever you can. Don't try to do it all on your own.
I won't. Trust me.
Taurus.
All right, Taurus. Thought we had this discussion, Bill.
Be wary of anyone who tries to tell you that your recent efforts have had no effects, because most likely they are hoping to cheat you out of the recognition you deserve. Don't get angry with them, but don't believe a word they say either.
Don't get angry, just don't believe them. Joe, did you do birthdays?
Now you're gonna
I hate
start
going
telling
to
me
a- I do what? Huh? I hate to go to an event and I walk in and everybody's going to be like, hey, Bob, nice suit. I didn't know you had 3 cats.
We have on this day, on the 23 birthdays, Joanne Crawford.
Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. That was a song. Joan Crawford was a huge, as you know, Joe, a huge movie star in the 50s and 60s.
Does.
And I don't know nothing
I
else about her.
remember her movies were packed.
She had these crazy looks, and Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. Is Joan Crawford the one who would beat her daughter with the hangers? I believe it is. When Joan Crawford was someone get in here and verify so I don't be talking bad about her. No wire hangers. So she had it was her stepdaughter and a son, but the stepdaughter, she would beat her horribly with coat hangers. And the stepdaughter's tell-all book came out after Joan Crawford had died, and they actually made a movie about it. No wire hangers! She beat her mercilessly with hangers. What a horrible, horrible person.
Oh, she was good actress, I remember. Daniel Bovet, he is a Swiss pharmacologist who discovered antihistamine.
I guess that's important.
Very
Say it,
good.
Joe. How many people's lives did he save?
Millions, of course.
Millions.
Werner von Braun. Who is Werner von Braun? If you remember.
Werner Braun was the first guy to develop rockets that could fly. He was a big NASA guy.
Good.
He developed the space engine. He was
German.
born in a coal
scientist,
mine.
yeah.
Born in a very small town. Great movie about him. Great movie. But he was, I don't know. He was a kid that went to...
He helped United States to develop the rockets. Yeah.
They did a movie about the kid who idolized Werner Braun.
Well, actually, I have a shaving machine, a shave machine.
A Braun machine?
Made from Braun Company.
Joe, why don't you pull your mask off just for 2 seconds so they can see your face? You shaved. Look how handsome. Joe, look at the
How
camera.
you doing? How is everybody?
Look at how handsome Joe looks.
Thank
he
you.
comes in and looking all stunning, and then he puts the damn thing on. He looks like a young he looks like an old Yul Brynner.
I am your friend.
You look like a very elderly, decrepit Yul Brynner.
Okay.
Very handsome, Joe. You're a very handsome man.
We have
80 years
Johnny Gornieri. Who is that Johnny Gornieri?
ago. Johnny Gennari.
Oh, yeah, you know him?
Never heard of him.
I think he can Google it. He's a very...
Can you Google it? Can anybody Google Johnny Gennari?
Guarnieri.
Next. Joe's sitting here just hoping that there's something good about this guy. This guy's a piece of crap, Joe.
He is?
I don't know. I ain't never heard of him. Ain't nobody in here going, I didn't care. No one gives a crap.
He's a crap.
Johnny Gennari was an American stride and jazz stride pianist. I had a pianist. And he was a harpsichord. He was okay. And the guy played a piano once. All right, next.
All right.
He was in a Radio Shack commercial back in 1977.
Who is Arnie Weinmeister? He's a Football Hall of Fame.
Arnie Weinmeister.
Weinmeister.
Pretty good, Joe. I don't know who it is, but you said it good. You said it good. Oh, Baby Jane. Yeah, that was a classic.
Baby
Very,
Jane.
very, very freaky. You don't want to watch that as a kid. I don't know if you want to watch it as an adult. What else you got, Joe?
Rick
He was
Ocasek.
this guy.
Who is Rick Ocasek?
Well, let me tell you who Arnie Weinmeister was.
Yes.
Weinmeister. He was a hockey player. Football Hall of Fame defensive end for 1938 or something. All right. Rick Ocasek I think he just recently passed away, was the lead singer for the Cars.
Yeah.
I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time, because when you're standing oh so near, you kind of lose my mind. Yeah, Joe, it's not the ribbons that you wear, it's not the color in your hair. I don't mind you coming here, wasting all my time. Joe's like, what the hell are you
The
talking
car best friends girl. That's what he said.
Sing it again, Joe.
The car best friends girl.
Where are you reading that at, Joe? She's my best friend's girl. She used to be mine. I've been there, done that a few times. She's my best friend's girl. Used to be mine. Loved Rick Ocasek. Absolutely.
You do? You
I believe
remember?
he passed away in the last few years, Joe.
Yeah,
Finally got a
huge,
name
yeah.
someone recognizes on here.
Yeah.
But I don't mind you coming here. What else you got, Joe?
Rex Tillerson.
Rex
Who is that?
Tillerson. Rex Tillerson is a person who I don't know, Joe.
Well, he is
The TV star.
CEO of Oxford and Mobil Petroleum Company.
Oh, okay, he's rich.
He is the richest. Not the
Very
rich.
rich. Joe likes
Yeah.
the rich guys.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, so known as Shaka Khan, in my opinion, one of the greatest singers that ever lived.
Really?
Ain't nobody loves me better, than makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Nobody, baby. Oh God, Joe, I used to break dance to that for hours. That was the greatest. But if you really want to know one of her biggest songs, a dear friend, one of my best friends, is on the song. And his name is Grandmaster Melly Mel. And the song, everybody knows it. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Let me love you, that's all I want to do. Shaka Khan, let me love you, Shaka Khan. Son, because I feel for you. And oh, she could sing. That girl, I've seen her in concert 3 times. The girl could sing her ass off. You don't want it with Shaka. You don't want it with Shaka. She used to be in a group called Rufus back in the day. What else you got, Joe?
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone is, I think, one of the greatest. He's in the rock in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Not to be confused with Karl Malone, one of the highest point scorers of all. Moses Malone was you didn't want to come down and paint with him standing there. He'll break your back. Moses Malone was the Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers. That's straight from Ambrose right there. Moses Malone. I do not believe that he played. Oh, okay, that's his death. He died in 2015. I was going to think he didn't play that long, no. But Moses Malone was a brilliant big man. What else you got, Joe?
Born on this day, Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell was, I think she's from Dawson's Creek. I can't remember. Carrie Russell was she Dawson? No, Dawson was the guy. Carrie Russell was in Dawson's Creek, unless I'm wrong. One day she cut her hair, and she lost the show. I think she got fired because she cut her hair. But I think so. What do I know? She's an actress.
All right. Okay, Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, Joe. You want to take it from here? Do you know who that is?
Yes. The television personality.
Joe's notes. Joe's notes say television personality. Very true. I just was very fond of her. She actually walked up to me and my girlfriend at the time in Tao restaurant, and she came up. I'm talking to my girlfriend. We're having a very serious conversation. A white blonde hair lady comes up and goes, "You know where the bathroom is?" And my girlfriend turns to her and she just does this. Stares at her. I'm looking at my girlfriend like, "What's your problem?" She goes, and I look over. It's Paris Hilton. She goes, "Thank you." Just walked over. She did that shoulder thing. "Thank you." Paris Hilton, Joe, was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. She was born with a platinum spoon in her mouth. Her parents, of course, Conrad and I forget the mom's name, but they were the founders of the Hilton hotels in Paris Casino in Vegas is actually named after her. They're a very, very, very wealthy family, and she's actually a very nice girl. She's very, very sweet, very nice. You never read a bad word about her. Of course, she's filthy rich. None of us could relate to her because she's born such a rich person. But Joe, hi Ken Glass. She became a DJ. She didn't just want to be known. She did have a porno tape that her boyfriend Rick Solomon put out, and it was you guys, all you boys have seen it. It was done with the infrared night vision, night scope thing. And that, catapulted her to huge heights, but she didn't want to be known as just that in her TV show, The Simple Life. She ended up in the last few years, Joe, becoming a DJ at nightclubs. Now, she can DJ. Now, is she going to be as good as Qbert and somebody like that? No. But she can DJ. She's DJ'd all over the world. How much does she get paid to do a 4 or 5 hour set, Joe? 3 hour set? $500,000 she will come and she will perform at your function. And she will do what she does. Shout out to Paris Hilton. Happy birthday, boo. By the way, she's now in a relationship. I think she got married and they just adopted a son. And I just read today that they might be adopting another.
Okay, that's a good deal.
Good for her. I love to see a successful story, Joe.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving is a basketball player. I think one of the best players in the world, Joe.
Really?
He is. Oh, he's phenomenal. The problem is, Joe, he has so much problems off the court. I think he just got traded to, where's Iowa Oaks when I need him? Where's Iowa Oaks when I need him? He just got traded to, left Brooklyn and went to, who knows. What else we got, Joe?
Well, on the D,
on the D?
On the dead, on this day.
Joe, do you know D's?
Who is that?
D's nuts. Sorry. I apologize. On the dead, Joe's list on the dead. We did not celebrate their deaths. To the Mavericks, thank you, Alvin.
We're not
celebrating nobody's death unless it's Hitler.
We have to we have to bring the famous.
We're celebrating their life. Everybody passes away.
Life, yes.
You have a born day, and you have a death day, and you have that dash in the middle. What's your dash gonna say? Mine is gonna say I did a really crappy YouTube channel, along with my cohort. And I was friends with David Young, so that's going to be on there too. What does your dash say? Were you kind? Were you nice? Were you sweet? Were you a jerk? Were you a douchebag? Don't do that. Be nice and kind and sweet. That dash works. Boom, boom, boom! The Mighty Bull's in the room, everybody. You can check out the Mighty Bull. You can go right to his Facebook. Just type in the Mighty Bull. He's the only one on there. He does a lot of great programming. I'm on his channel. Joe's on his channel. He brings YouTubers from around the world, all over the place. He has a bull hunt, a lot of fun. Just type in the Mighty Bull and make sure you like and subscribe. On this day, Elizabeth Taylor died. Elizabeth Taylor, Joe, was married, I think, 9 times.
Yes.
One of the times, Joe, she married Richard Burton. She married him twice. I don't know if it was the first time or the second time, but when they got married, my parents had also been married in Châteauroux, France. And it was, let's see, I was born in 62, they were born in 1903. They got married in 1827, Joe, 1827. Both my parents were 140 years old when I was born. I think they were married in Châteauroux, France, in 1958 or 59. And coincidentally, Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. She had one of the greatest diamond collections. When she died, Joe, she had diamonds. Huge. That was her thing.
Lucky last husband, yeah. He was a bodybuilder, I think.
The last husband?
Yeah.
All right.
Madeleine Albright.
Madeleine Albright was the Secretary of State or the Speaker of the House. One of the two. She was, I think she was the head White House reporter lady or something like that. I don't know what the...
U.S. Secretary of Foreign Policy.
All right.
Eileen Farrell. She's soprano.
Eileen... Who?
Farrell. Eileen, Farrell. Eileen Farrell.
I knew a girl named Eileen Over. She was very popular in college. Eileen Over. All right, what else you got, Joe?
We have
Joe, do you know Bob Oliver?
What
Bob Oliver this.
What came up?
Nothing.
Well, we have a very strange name. Irving, they call him Sully. Sully.
Irving Sully.
He's an actor in Car Wash, if you remember.
And Dog Day Afternoon. Dog Day Afternoon is one of the greatest movies ever made. That was Al Pacino and...
Yeah, the Dog Day in the Afternoon.
Attica. What else we got, Joe?
That's it.
That's it?
What else you want?
I feel like we robbed the people looking at my dope-ass watch.
It's your pen. We need it for others.
I need it for work. Guys, I'm going to leave here. I'm going to head over to the Hard Rock Hotel. It is Adoption Day for North Shore Animal League. It's the largest no-kill shelter in America, I believe.
You can take
we're doing a doggy adoption. I got 400 people coming. I think it'll be fun. I'm going to bring the old camera inside and I'll have a video up tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Joe, I thank you for letting us use the bachelor pad.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everybody who's supporting the channel. Guys, yesterday we had, 180 views and like 12 likes. What's your problem?
How many?
Joe, you know how hard it is to do a like? You go up here and you go, boop, I hit the like. What kind of piece of crap don't hit the like? I guarantee you I know who does hit the like. David Young hit the like.
How you doing?
I know Valerie hit the like. Valerie tried to hit the like twice.
How you doing, Kevin
Rev
Butler?
hit the like. Tammany hit the like so hard
Kevin
she cracked
Butler,
the screen
how are
on
you?
her thing. Hi, Kevin Butler. Iowa Oaks. Joe, everybody's asking, where's Mrs. Joe? She went up to Pennsylvania?
She went to Pennsylvania yesterday. She'll be back about a few days.
Okay.
Well, we miss the kids, the grandchildren. We go and come back.
Well, I got nothing. All I got is my kitty cats.
Well, I read a very...
Thank you, Ken.
I read the very...
Thank you, Phil.
Very bad thing happened a while ago.
Okay.
A woman just died.
Yep.
And her son came to, he inherited her house because so many times he wants to come and bring her food or put in her freezer food or something. She always said, no, I don't need your help.
Oh, no.
Look what happened.
I already know you're going to say there was a dead body in the freezer.
A baby girl. That was his sister when the people we used to call her cousin and nephews and this. Where the girl is, she told them she went for adoption.
So the mother died and left unfortunately.
That's around 30. She was in the freezer for 35 years. Her brother went crazy. He said, "Oh, that's my sister." They were talking about years ago.
That's horrible.
Some women are.
Oh boy, he's going to go into a sexist tangent.
Some
women what, Joe? Some women what?
So they commit that
Men don't do it?
heinous crime.
What?
That's not good.
A genius crime?
Heinous, you know.
Oh, heinous. Heinous.
And I feel bad for that, you know.
We
for
had
that
such a good
baby.
thing going, and then Joe screeches it to a halt with a dead baby in a
things happen all over, you know. Bad stories and good stories.
Do you have a good story to end today, Joe? Any good story at all?
They saved the chicken, the rooster.
They did save the chicken. So forget about the dead baby in the thing for 35
rooster
years.
was
The good
happy.
news is they saved the chicken in the lower
And
east side.
yesterday they saved the cow. If you
They
don't
did
remember.
save the cow in Brooklyn yesterday and took him, instead of the slaughterhouse, they took him to a nice
I
little
took it
farm
to my house.
in Pennsylvania.
Yes, in Pennsylvania.
Ah, Joe.
All right, my friends. I hope you enjoy our show.
Joe, you went to the bank, you dropped $50 on the ground, and a nice lady gave it back to you.
The only money I have in my pocket was $50, and I went to deposit $25 because I was short of
Rent.
Of the rent. And the woman was calling me. I got annoyed. Why she's calling me?
Because usually when people are
And
calling you, they want
she
something.
used to she make like this, and when I walked in the bank, not even near the cashier, she told me, this is your money. That's a miracle. She was
We're ending on a high
she was
note.
Afro-American, and I love those people because that's
love
the
those
only
people.
$50 left until the end of the month.
Well, that was a beautiful story.
Yes.
Joe finally ended on a high note.
Yes, and I in return I give her a fresh orange. I have a fresh orange in my bag.
Joe gave her an orange.
She
She's
was
like,
happy.
look, Pops, I just gave you $50. You're giving me a crappy orange? FOH.
She was very happy.
Well, I'm very happy that
I
you had
like
such a
orange.
good experience.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be
Be
good to
good,
yourself
yeah.
because you deserve it. Joe, you look super handsome today.
Thank you very much.
Very
There is a
handsome.
good people around.
There are great people all over the world.
Yes.
God has blessed us with so many great people.
Yes.
Don't look for the negative because it's easy to find.
No, it's
Look
good.
for the positive. It's a little harder to find, but it's a much better feeling when you do grasp it. I will be sending a video tonight up to YouTube so that you guys can watch a bunch of really cute puppies. We'll talk again. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Very good.
Great story, Joe.
How many people there were?
8 million. 8 million